Why the hell not?
I admit I'm a bit of a noob when it comes to this whole community thing, apparently, that's going on YouTube. I just kind of
Apparently, it's going on.
recently joined it, I guess. Or found it, or discovered it, or whatever you want to call it. Regardless, I think your name is Gary. So we're gonna go with that. If it's not, my apologies.
Yeah, so you don't even know the fucker's name. You don't know a thing about the context behind what's going on. And yet, you're gonna go ahead and make some, commentary. So how do you think that's gonna go with the people who actually know a thing or two behind it? Well, let's find out.
Tommy from the Bronx. So I thought I would just give my commentary on your commentary on his commentary on your commentary on TJ's commentary. Did you follow that? Because I didn't. Okay, so let me make sure.
I did, actually. It really wasn't that complicated.
I got this straight. Okay, so you're mad at him for buying a meat product and then throwing it away every time when Sion makes a video because TJ disagrees with what he's saying and wants to shut him up. So to retaliate, you're going to make a video response every time he makes a video calling him a fat fuck because you don't agree with what he's saying and you want to shut him up. So basically you're doing the exact same thing, only instead of wasting food, you're wasting time.
Wasting time. Let's see, trying to get his ideas out there, trying to get his counter-argument to this moronic initial argument of the amazing atheists that it's a good idea to throw out burgers just as a thumb my nose to anybody who might give a shit about the well-being of animals. So injecting a counter-argument into somebody else's mind that may sway them from throwing away burgers, that's a waste of time. Wow. Yeah, the only way we can't waste time in this little life thing is by eliminating suffering. That's really the only thing we can do of substance. We can only reach a zero. And the fact that you think that simply responding in a video is a waste of time when you're doing it yourself, yeah, sorry, self-defeating.
Okay, I get it.
Nah, I don't think you get it.
He's on his weight a lot, as if everyone wasn't aware that TJ was overweight.
No, he doesn't really focus on his weight. He just sort of throws it out there every now and then.
I mean, really? That's the best you can do after every other sentence? You have to be like, oh, this fat fuck. I mean, I saw him on YouTube. I hated him from the first time I saw him. I was like, who is this fat fuck? And I watched him. I was like, oh, he's kind of smart, but, he's hideous. I mean, what the hell? Why are people watching this? Why do people think this is funny? I mean, really? Are you going to make fun of me because I'm overweight? Really?
Well, I would if you supported the throwing out burgers for the sake of throwing out burgers, just to be a controversial figure and to use the suffering of animals as a platform to push your little comedy routine. Because you can't do it with any sort of cleverness. You can only do it by being shocking. So yeah, a person like that, I would throw the worst imaginable rhetoric their way. Because, yeah, again, that's all they deserve. But anyway, moving on.
I mean, really, are you going to make fun of me because I'm overweight? Really? There's people out there that don't. I'm sorry. Feel bad for you. And I'm pretty sure that all girls have boobs, though admittedly they come in different sizes. So it's redundant to say the girls with the faces and the boobs. So I guess you're just saying, take away the girls and what have you got left? You got the stupid atheists and me. Really? Are you that fucking sexist? I mean, what? Do all the girls still...
Okay, most of them do. Look through YouTube, look through Facebook, look through any other little social site, and the description you're about to give.
On YouTube, guys. Oh my god! The Jonas Brothers and Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, the description you give is close enough, so, sorry. But yeah, close enough.
Rick, and did you see who got thanks to atheism? You're no good for the cause. Not really. Fucking sexist. You guys are a disgrace to atheism. You're no good for the cause. You have no philosophical integrity. You come to the simple conclusion that the idea of a god is dumb. FYI, the simple conclusion that there's probably no god is the only fucking requirement for atheism.
It's the only requirement, it's the definition of the term. Inmendham never said it wasn't, okay? But the simple reality of the fact is there's a consequence to that belief if you're going to call yourself logical, okay? You can't just say, I don't believe in a God and everything else makes perfect sense. There's just a practical consequence to there not being a God and us being created by crude, fucked-hearted forces, okay? So you spinning this thing into something like Gary is trying to change the definition of atheism. No. Nowhere did inmendham say the definition of atheism needs to be prolonged. He simply said if you're a rational human being, you're going to see the follow-up to that premise. So fuck you for trying to blur the lines on that.
You don't have to be some fucking philosophy major to be a fucking atheist, okay? You don't...
Apparently you don't.
Don't have to be like, oh my gosh, I see the value of humanity and all this shit. No, you just have to believe that there's probably not a God and you're an atheist.
Yes, okay.
There's no other
That's the definition. We know. Nobody said it wasn't. Sorry, yourself.
I don't know long this, but I do want to mention it since you brought it up. You talked about S&M. And at first I'd like to commend you on talking about sadomasochism as if it's twisted or sick or perverted or...
Yeah, no, it's just a charming activity.
Wait, so I have to like American Idol to think TJ's funny? So...
Yeah, it was an analogy he made, okay? Just like I'm sure you've had a few analogies that you wouldn't take literally in every single case. So yeah, go ahead, find him funny, but the people who don't find him funny, yeah, we're going to voice our opinion on the fact that he's not funny, and that you finding him funny is probably a result of, the depth of your taste as far as what good humor, what constitutes as good humor, so.
Sorry TJ, I can't think you're funny anymore. I hate American Idol. But that doesn't mean I'm going to sit on YouTube lobbying to get it off of TV.
Yeah, I don't think he's lobbying to get the Amazing Atheist off of YouTube. He's simply providing a counter-argument because nobody else really is. I mean, the only people who criticize him are the people who criticize him for, swearing at Christians. I mean, really, there's nobody criticizing this guy. So, yeah, well, I don't see where you get the idea that inmendham wants to suppress his free speech rights. No, he simply wants to shed some light on the fucker.
But I respect the fact that people can find different things entertaining from what I find entertaining. I know that's a foreign concept to you, inmendham, but
Yeah, I don't think it is. I just think it's... Obviously, you made your little example there with your friend. You mocked her as she was, you paraphrased what she said, when the fact that she likes American Idol. So why is it okay when you do it? Because you don't do it to her face, you do it in a video on YouTube? It's the same thing, okay? You might not say it to her, but yeah, people like me and people probably like inmendham, even if we know someone and we think what they like is shit, we're gonna tell them it's shit.
Oh, it can happen. I can sit at home thinking, how the fuck do people find this entertaining? When my friend Rachel can be at home, oh my god, I hope my person doesn't get voted off.
Yeah, so you mock it, so why shouldn't inmendham mock the people who... fuck. Stupid, redundant shit.
Really? Earth to inmendham, you're not the fucking standard.
He never said he was.
Okay? People don't have to like what you like.
Never said they did.
Think what you think.
Never said they did.
Laugh when you laugh.
Never said they did.
Cry when you cry. Shit when you shit. Or agree with what you fucking say. Alright? Sorry to be the one to break it to you. But you're not the fucking standard. You're not the unit of measurement that everyone else has to adhere to. People...
Yeah, you just keep running with the straw. I mean, this is so fucking sad. Can you not see how what you're saying in no way correlates to any of the stuff he said in his video? Look, the guy made a criticism video of a guy that you obviously like a lot. So instead of dealing with the actual criticisms, you turn it into some kind of a TJ should lose his free speech, according to inmendham, kind of propaganda video. So deal with the actual arguments. Explain how it's good to waste suffering. Explain why it's good to use our prejudices and preferences and etch them in stone into social policy. Explain how rape victims, when most of who don't even speak out against their rape, why it's good to sort of point your finger at them and say that, oh, well, they're just being too whiny. Deal with those issues. Don't deal with this shit that just talking in circles and just talking shit.
You can find things funny that you don't, okay? People can find things entertaining that you don't. People can have different political views that you do not have. Get over it. Well, Gary, this...
Yeah, Yeah, I think he did get over it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he shouldn't make an argument against them and be a little rough about it.